Hi, I want to get personal finance today. I'm excited to share with you something special I created to empower you to think differently about personal finance. So let's get started. So personal finance is a topic that is very misunderstood, or it's one that people I don't think they understand it at the level that I believe they should. Because if they do, it would really help them center their finances and really empower them, again, to think differently, to make better decisions, to really put things into perspective when it comes to, like various financial milestones that we go through in life that require us to make decisions. That's going to take a lot of our time and our capital. So this informational piece that I created, it's called Understanding Personal Finance. And there are 5 levels to this, and it starts with 0. The reason being is I put in 0 is because I was inspired, or I guess annoyed by, these rating companies like Yelp. When the service or the experience you have is so bad, why do you have to give somebody like a 1 star where they're, it's really 0, right? Like 0 stars. Anyway, so when it comes to personal finance, I realize people, they have 0 stars to start with, or they start with 0. And that's with everybody. I mean, that was me as well too, obviously before I got involved. And that's what inspired me to get involved in my profession, and it was for my own personal education, and it turned into a career. Gosh, this started in 2005 when I got my securities license and insurance license and became an independent financial advisor. So level 0 of understanding personal finance is very simple. It's someone who just understands money. As simple as when we first start off, personal finance or finance to us is just dollars and cents. It's how much money we can make. It's making money and spending it. It's really that simple. That's level 0. That's where we all start. But as we mature to become adults and to start working, we're introduced to finance, and we're introduced to the topic of personal finance. And so level 1 is where we kind of discover that, okay, we make money and there's taxes, there's financial responsibilities that we have on top of our responsibility, our regular daily life responsibility. And that's kind of where we start off by saying, gosh, like what direction are we being pulled, right? Is it, I don't really like money, or money is the root of all evil, or something like that. But now I got to confront money. I didn't have to deal with money when I was younger. But now that I'm older and I have a job, I got to figure out, okay, my taxes, I got to figure out budgeting, I got to figure out, how I'm going to service my debt or pay off my debt, all these things. So starting at level 1 is you're just kind of like, hello, you really need to learn about finance, but you just kind of know it, but you don't take it seriously. So that's kind of level 1, and then level 2 is you realize, okay, I got to start to be accountable here. I got to take finance seriously. I can't ignore it and it goes away. I can't not think about it, and it becomes a non-problem for me. No, I got to do something about it. So that's level 2. It's about being accountable. So so that word accountability comes from being, accounting everything. So what is it that you have? Right now, I have a small savings account. Right now, I have a credit card, or I'm thinking about getting a credit card. I don't have a job. I have scholarships. I'm still living with my parents, or I have roommates that I'm living with, right? You start to do an accounting of your finances and start to take responsibility. That's part of being accountable, is being responsible and realizing, okay, nobody's going to do it for me. I got to do it for myself, and I need to learn about finance. So that's level 2. And then level 3 is realizing that once you have to learn about finance, that personal finance is a balance of those 2 things. It equals one another. So for example, but obviously you know that you are the one that drive your finances, right? Your finances should not drive you. So knowing that and realizing that you drive your finances, but if you're not good at your finances, it's going to really hurt you personally, because it's going to limit your options. Your options in life, right? Your quality of life would be lessened, right? You don't have as much options. Like for example, instead of going here for lunch, you can go there, right? Instead of being, having to need or a job, you can wait for this job to open as you continue to spend time to acquire more skills. You have more time luxury because you have savings. It equals one another, and you should take both of them very seriously. For example, if you don't prioritize in investing in yourself, having a good sense of well-being, that you won't be making good financial decisions, or just working on making a lot of money is not going to help you because you don't have the knowledge and expertise and the emotional maturity to handle money. And that's one of the things I've learned too. When I started off when I was younger, was I started making good money, and my mind was not of someone who's mature and someone who really, really respects money and appreciate it to the level that would make me a more responsible person. But what happened was it made me a more careless person. It made me someone who didn't really think things through and just kind of happily spend. And so obviously I'm not like that, but that was my start. So it's really good to understand that now you really got to balance the two, and they equal one another, but you're in the driver's seat. So that's level 3. You begin to take conscious actions of making money, saving, and then spend, not and I'm sure like a lot of young people starting off, they would just make money and spend and kind of think about saving and investing. It should not be an afterthought. It should be something that you're very conscious of. So that's level 3, is you're really conscious, you're just now more self-aware, and you're taking actions, little actions that will build upon, which it starts with saving, paying yourself first, right, which is saving. After that, you're moving on to level 4 of understanding personal finances. This is where you're getting personal with finance, right? Kind of what this channel is all about, is when you're realizing the connection between the two is really about that quality of life that you desire, right? It's being balanced. It's being conscious about your decision making. It's making sure that you're investing your time and money wisely in accumulating assets and not liabilities. It's being in control of your money by making decisions that you know that it's gonna build a better future for you. It's just knowing the decisions you make, what will continue to move you forward and what's gonna keep you back. And that you're embracing it. You're no longer uncomfortable with the subject of finance. You're no longer uncomfortable with just investing or opportunities to put your money to work, and exploring new opportunities. And so that's level 4. That's the level where I think things starts to come together. And then level 5 is where everything comes together. Where, like, to me, it's not when it comes to money, as simple as just money or making financial decision. It's something that doesn't really complicate me. It's something that it's a part of who I am, and I just make decisions very consciously and not from a place of assurance, from a place of not being reactive, but being proactive. And because I have things in place, it doesn't confuse me. It puts me in a position where I come from a place of gratitude. I come from a place of abundance. I'm able to think beyond just the dollars and cents, but think about my quality of life, to think about how I can be a go-giver. And I don't have to worry about my finances because I know where things are. It's accounted for. It's in balance. My finances serve me. I don't serve my finances. And I get to do pursue passion projects such as this, and to be more charitable, to spend more time with my family, to spend more time with people I care about, and to give more to my clients. So that's the 5 levels of understanding personal finance. And I did my best to graphically show the 2 circles of personal finance coming together, because that's what it's all about. It's something I've learned from a lot of, I guess not from one mentor, but a lot of my mentors to really empower me. Because when I was younger, I wasn't someone who's like, oh, I'm money hungry, I want to make a lot of money and be cool. I was more of someone who's like, okay, I want to take care of my family, I want to take care of myself, I want to be in a position where I have a good job, I don't have to worry about finance. But interacting with a lot of folks that I know that were financially independent, financially free, that they're in retirement, they gave me a different perspective. They gave me a very personal perspective of their finance. They didn't make it scary. Talking to them about finance didn't feel as if it was something foreign, but it felt like something that I can relate to. And so, and I think that's what's missing, that I'm trying to accomplish with this channel, this overall passion project. What I'm trying to do is to get people to be not just comfortable, but to be empowered by just when they hear about finance or personal finance together, that they can find success for themselves. They don't have to be intimidated, but it's something that they can take gradual steps, like the different levels, and find their destination, to find their comfort with finance. So hopefully this is helpful, and my idea of doing something like this is that it can be shared, and that you can share this with your friends, family as well too. So if someone who doesn't understand personal finance, they can take a look at this and go, wow, I'm really at a level 2 or 3. I really need to get to a level 5, right? Or I need to get to a level 4. So the whole goal of this is to give you a clear graphical understanding, and it's designed in a way of kind of like a roadmap where you take it one step at a time. That's what it's all about. I mean, when you're learning about personal finance, just a subject and just being better with your finances, it just takes steps after steps, and you're stacking one good habit over the next, and one good skill over the next, and you're just compounding your knowledge and experience to better yourself. So that's why this is designed this way, and I'm excited to share with you. So please share this with your friends, family, other people you care about as well too. Please like, subscribe, and you'll be seeing a lot more of these type of infographics to empower you to make better financial decisions and think differently.